Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I want to show you all how I get these heatless curls and my night routine. Look at these beautiful curls. They are using socks. Alright my love, so let's get started. I have my hair semi-dry. It's a little bit moist, not too much. I took a shower about an hour ago and this is how my hair dries. I have not brushed it just because I don't want it to break, so I allow it to air dry and then I go in with my brush once it's almost all the way dry, and then I just brush out any knots or tangles. And you want to be very gentle. You don't want to be pulling or tearing your hair. Then I'm going to take my socks, which I stole from my husband because they're the perfect length and they're stringy and they're almost like dress socks. So they're perfect, and I have very long hair, so I need them really long as well. So I did part my hair in half, and then I'm going to take this section here towards the back. I'm going to take a decent size, not too a little hair, but not too much because I don't want my curl to be very thin and stringy and tiny. I want it to be nice and wavy. So think of this as a wand, like a curler wand, and you want to go ahead and just start placing your hair around the sock going backward, and that way when you remove your socks, the curl will kind of go backward rather than forward, just because I feel it frames my face a little better. And this is where the tricky part is, because I've seen so many different tutorials on socks and they kind of go every which way, but if you do it this way, it'll almost look like you spent so much time curling your hair. You want to take your time, and as you can see, I hold my hair and then I knot it very carefully, especially because I have straight hair. It kind of tends to sometimes come apart, just like this. See the ends right there? That won't look good if you leave it like that. So this is a perfect example of me having to redo this section, and that's why I didn't edit this out, just because you're going to probably run into this and then you're going to be like, Jen, it didn't turn out right. So I wanted you to see this mistake, and hopefully you'll learn from it. So as you can see, I do have to hold it with my mouth, which I know some of y'all will be like, that's gross. Just wash your socks. It's fine. I brush my teeth. Anyways, so go on and make sure that you twist, and you want to make sure it's nice and uniform. You don't want to just go twisting crazy. As you can see, I make it very nice and neat. Then I hold the end of my hair just so that it doesn't come apart, because it's so silky, it will come apart just like it did a little bit ago. Then you want to go ahead and continue holding that end and then knot it. Towards the end, as you're almost done with your knot, then you let it go just so it doesn't come apart on you. There we go. Second time's a charm. So go ahead and do this with the next section, and you want to just go ahead and section off your hair. For my hair, I only need 4 sections per side. So I'm just going to go ahead and pin this down, and then that way it doesn't get in my way. I'm going to continue twisting in the same direction just because I want the curls to be away from my face. I just feel it frames the face a lot better, but you can do whatever works for you. You can do them different ways, but this is what works best for me. And as you can see, I'm just twisting back and making sure I'm really nice and uniform as I'm going downward. So I do have to say that the first few times I did it, it was a little difficult for me, and it did take a few times before I perfected this. And even now, I kind of mess up a little bit, and then I have to redo it just like I did in the beginning, which is okay, especially if you have very silky, shiny, and slippery kind of hair. Like mine, you'll kind of basically run into these kinds of issues, and also if you have layers. So as you can see, I'm going into my last 2 sections, and I'll just show you guys real quick how I do this. I like to twist this and then kind of tie it to the side just so it gets out of my way. And then again, I'm going to do the same process. Now, my husband's socks are all different sizes, so I kind of already know which one I have to use for the back part of my head just because it's longer, and which ones I have to use towards the front. Now, it is important that you don't get very thick socks, because then it just won't curl very good. You want to have those stringy, long, and perfect dress socks for this, just because I found that like the Nike socks, or like the cotton socks that I had, didn't work out so well. So there I go again, messing up, and I want, like, again, like I said earlier, gosh, I got all tangled up there. I wanted to leave these parts in there so you guys can actually see, what kinds of little things you might run into. It wouldn't make a lot of sense if I edit all of those parts out and made it look super easy when there is, a trick to this craziness. So you kind of have to hold the ends, then twist, then knot, and don't let it go. Don't let it go until the very end so that those ends stay nice and tucked in there. Otherwise, they'll be straight ends and it'll just look weird. The first couple of times, you're probably going to be frustrated like I was, or maybe you might just be perfect at it. I don't know. But I kind of, had to practice a few times before I got it right. And after I got it right, you guys, I have to say this is the most amazing method to curl your hair because you can do this the night before, especially if you have kids or if you have a very little time to get ready in the mornings. This looks like you literally took a lot of time to get ready. I literally keep these on until the next morning, and I don't take them off. I do my makeup, then I remove them, and then my hair looks like I spent a lot of time doing it. So that is pretty much it. What I do sometimes too, if I do them before I go to bed and I have to wash dishes or whatever, I'll just tie them down, the two front ones, towards the back with like a bobby pin or another little headband, and it'll keep it away from my face while I'm doing what I have to do, because they will tend to kind of run towards your face and it's annoying. But I do recommend doing it right before bed just so that you're not messing with them too much, because the more you mess with them, the socks start coming apart, and then when you wake up, they won't be as great as they should be. So I would definitely do this as close to bedtime as possible. And as you can see here, it does get a little trickier as you're working on your non-dominant side, just because you're not used to working on that side so much, if that makes sense. But you'll get the hang of it. Be patient, and you guys will love this once you get it down. So as you can see, same method for this side. I will skip this just because I don't want to bore you guys. Alright, so now that we're finished with that, I'm going to move on to skincare for my night routine. And it does alternate and it does change all the time. But right now I am using a Korres Wild Rose treatment that just helps with uneven skin tone, texture. It makes it brighter. It's for all types of skin, so oily, combination, dry, doesn't matter. And it does smell like roses, which I really, really love. So I apply this and I do alternate it with another product that you guys will be seeing in just a moment. So the other product that I alternate it with is also by Korres, and this one is the Saffron Elixir, which I really, really love. And I basically alternate them, like I said. So one night I'll use the Wild Rose, then the following night I'll use this one. And again, it does help with fine lines, wrinkles, uneven skin tone, discoloration, which I struggle with. And I cannot stress enough to take care of your skin, you guys. And then sometimes I use these V2 oxygen masks that go right underneath your eyes. They do help with aging, fine lines, darkness, and you can also find those on Amazon, and you can see the ratings. There's like 4.5 stars with 125 reviews, which I thought was a go, and why not try them? So I'll put these right under my eyes. I do recommend that if you are going to be sleeping with them, that you do use a mask, because they will move throughout the night, especially if you sleep on your face or on your side. They'll be gone in the morning. I also recommend using them maybe when you're doing something around the house, cleaning, reading a book, watching a movie, that kind of thing. I'm just going to wear them at night just because it's easier for me. During the day, I have my makeup on, so I don't like to wear them with makeup on. So I just put them right under my eyes, and then I put my face mask, and then I go to sleep with them. Alright, so it's been about 7 hours, and now I'm just going to go ahead and untangle all these socks and reveal my beautiful waves, which I absolutely love. I know you guys will love this method once you get it down, just because it's so easy, and as you can see, my waves are looking beautiful without having to use heat and damage our hair, which for me is so important because I have such long hair. I don't want it damaged, I don't want it fried, I want it to be nice, silky, and beautiful, just like it is right here. And I know I get a lot of questions about how I keep my hair healthy, and number one for me is not using so much heat unless unless it's very important or for a very special occasion. I know some of you all don't have an option, so you have to use heat, but it's always a good idea to try to find alternative ways not to damage your hair. So if you all found this video helpful, please thumbs it up. Share it if you can. It would mean so much to me. And I will see y'all really soon with more tutorials. Take care, everyone. Bye.